Hey! So, I'm sitting on my desk right now because I don't have a chair. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to San Fran in the morning. Like, our flight leaves at about like 6:30 a.m. I think. So I thought I'd just chat with you guys because I don't like to pack until like an hour before I leave because I'm smart and stuff. Yeah. Didn't really think about what we were going to talk about, you and I, so I guess we'll just see what comes out of my mouth. Oh, so my grandma actually found a bunch of old books in her house and she decided to mail them to me and I got them today. And my favorite thing that was in there was my dad and my uncle's old copies of The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy that they were reading when they were in junior high. I've started rereading The Hobbit and it's weird because I'm reading a book that my dad read when he was younger than I am now. This isn't that great of a story. I think it's cool, but not so much. In other book-related news, every year I do the 50 books challenge, and I've already read, I think, 5 books this year, but I've gotten really into memoirs and autobiographies. 3 of the 5 or so books that I've read so far fall under that category, including Tina Fey's Bossypants, I'm Not Myself These Days by Josh Kilmer-Purcell, and A Walk in the Woods by Bryson. As obsessed with fiction as I am and as inspiring as fictional works can be, there's still something so real about memoirs because it's actual experiences that real people had, and I've found that really fascinating. These 3 in particular are actually a really interesting sample of memoirs because we have Tina Fey, who is a comedic writer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone knows who she is, but, you know, she's basically a normal person, although really funny, but I can relate to her in most ways. Josh Kilmer-Purcell, who is a former drag queen, who I really can't relate to at all. This is one of my favorite books ever, though. It was just insanely entertaining, and just his life is like it can't even be real. I can't even imagine most of the things that he went through. And this one was actually really inspiring to me. Bryson writes travel memoirs, and this is about his attempt to hike the Appalachian Trail, which goes from Georgia to Maine. My best friend actually gave this to me a few years ago as a Christmas present, and I just got to it this month. But we're planning on attempting to do our first section of the Appalachian Trail hopefully sometime this year. So obviously I found this extremely inspiring, and I would just highly suggest reading it if you're into travel at all. Yeah, I am planning on reading a ton more memoirs this year, interspersed with my adult fiction and fantasy, and I'm also really into fairy tales, actually. I mean, that has been an obsession of mine for a really long time. One of my favorite books that I have to just kind of paw through is my Grimm's Fairy Tales, leather bound edition. But I have a lot of retellings that I want to get to. Like in December, I read Jackson Pierce's Sisters Red and Sweetly, which I loved, so I'm really excited for the 3rd installment. But one of the things that I'm most excited to read in my to-read pile I have going on over here is The Book of Lost Things by John Connolly. I actually may bring this on the plane tomorrow. Well, this has been a pointless video. I actually love watching book reviews and everything, and I've considered doing them, but that's not what this was. This was stupid. Okay, I'm gonna go.